Hey, I'm Todd Scopio. We're here at the Regency Theaters in Granada Hills. We're here to talk about my work in movies at Walt Disney Animation Studios. Here's where we can come to see the work.
I work at Buna Marie Productions, and my position is post-production coordinator currently. I'm working on season 7 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's always exciting in reality TV.
There are 3 general things that you don't openly discuss at the workplace: religion, politics, and sports. Go Steelers.
Being a Christian, I may think of things a little bit differently, or at least I would stop and try to think, what would Jesus do, and try to control myself a little bit better.
I have best been able to live out my faith by connecting with individuals at work. A one-on-one connection with them is the best way to express my faith.
Well, at work I'm known as being like really bubbly and cheery. If you're having a bad day, I'll take a moment to stop and talk with you and figure out like what's going on, and then I'll surprise you with a cup of coffee. I try to like get to know my team. I take time to talk with them and get to know them a little bit more personally aside from work. I've even said, I'll pray for you if there's things that's going wrong in your life.
When you're sitting face to face with someone and they're struggling and you're talking to them on a personal level, I think that's where God opens the doors. I'm confronted daily with challenges in the workplace, be it personal or professional. And primarily when it comes to the personal interactions, I constantly reflect on the messages from our sermons and Scripture, reinforcing how do I respond to a given situation.
How I deal with anger. I try to like put on a happy face actually all the time, so no one knows how I feel, but when I'm alone or with other people, I deal with anger really bad. So that's a struggle for me.
When I get upset and have an impulse to want to start disagreeing or having a confrontation with someone at work in a meeting, I always reflect on what would Jesus do, and just be patient and listen, and really always think about the benefit of others. If you start taking passionate stands and getting into heated debates with people, then you start to alienate your coworkers. That reflects poorly on you despite your best intentions.
Being work obsessed, sometimes I have a certain plan that I set for myself, and sometimes that's a distraction from what's really important. Striving for success isn't bad, but if it takes away from other important things like hurting loved ones or just how you go about it, which obviously I try my best not to be backstabbing. I see God working in like creating those fellowship, like bonding with other Christians at work, which is like powerful and has happened, which is really cool.
I do see God working through some avenues in trying to forward a message of health, a healthy message to all generations through the media, through our movies. Walt Disney said that there is good in the world and there is evil in the world, and we need to show our children both of those. Right? We can't hide the reality of evil from them. It is a force in the world that we have to reckon with, that Christ had to reckon with, that God has to reckon with on a daily basis, and as His followers, we have to stand up to that. And the movies that Disney puts out, reflects those ideals that good can conquer evil.
A speaker at Forest Home, he did a lecture about like business and work, and he told me that what if a non-Christian was in your position at work? How would your work be affected? The people around you, the atmosphere, how would that be different if I wasn't there?
I see his work in, at least in the environment that I'm in the message that we're trying to put out into audiences. The messages and stories and morals that are being told through our films do reflect, I believe, Christ's view of the world.
Have a place, important place, being a Christian in work, and that's how I can like showcase my Christian values in a secular work environment, and I agree.
Cool.